Hey there, welcome to a 4-Minute Friday, and today I want to talk about one of the keys to closing more sales. And this is to do with creating offers, but offers that are totally irresistible to your potential customer or client. And it's not always that easy to do, and a lot of people will sometimes ask me, but what do you even mean by an offer? How do you make it irresistible? And how does that create differentiation in the marketplace then? What is it about this offer that's going to attract more clients to me or help me close more sales? And that's what I want to try and answer today in this 4-Minute Friday. So if you don't know me, my name is Brian Conway, and 4-Minute Fridays where I take 4 minutes-ish on a Friday to share with you a tactic or a strategy, something to help you close more sales. So what is an offer? Well, there's different types of offers. Fundamentally, I think there's two. There's what I call bait offers, which are things that will attract people into your sales funnel in the first place. And then there are closing offers, which are what will help you close more sales. So I want to focus today on closing offers. So as I said, people will often ask me, well, what do you mean by an offer? I sell flowers or whatever. I'll just use that as an example. So I offer people flowers and bouquets and things. No, it's got to be more than that, because everybody sells flowers. Everybody who's a florist, literally everybody, but all florists sell flowers. So your offer is what sets you apart and will make it more attractive for that individual prospect to want to buy their flowers from you. So an offer might be 10% off flowers today. Okay, if somebody is in the market for flowers and they see you selling them at 10% discount, then that would be more compelling for them to come to you. But that's not necessarily irresistible. So an irresistible offer might be 80% off flowers today. All right, now you see the difference. That would really compel somebody to want to buy their flowers from you. But what's the problem with that? The problem is, where's my profit? Maybe my cost is 20%, and if I'm selling them at cost, I make no profit. So one of the keys to this is you've got to know what we call the lifetime value of a client. And a florist may, if they get a customer, they may sell that individual, assuming they're happy with the quality and the beauty and the smell and everything of those flowers, will probably come back and buy their flowers again. So flowers from them could be just any time. It could be for Valentine's Day, perhaps for their partner, if that was appropriate, or Mother's Day, if they were going to a funeral, God forbid. But these are all occasions when people buy flowers. So you've got to know that if you had a client that comes to you all the time for their flowers, and they spent £500 a year on flowers, I don't know what a flower average sale order might be, but I know they're not cheap. But if they were spending that amount of money in a year, or a couple £100, let's say, a year on flowers, then actually you could afford to make that first sale at cost, knowing you're then going to make £200-300 or whatever it might be over the year from that individual. Especially if you can nurture the relationship, which is key, and then offer those promotions and remind them of these other occasions. So you've got to kind of keep in contact. It comes back to the other part of selling, which is about nurturing your customers. But that's for another conversation. But that's what we mean by an irresistible offer. That's a no-brainer. Why? Even if I wasn't even thinking of getting some flowers, but 80% off, I'm going to surprise the wife, with some flowers today. So that's what I mean by an irresistible offer, and that can really help you close sales. But as I said, don't do that without understanding your metrics. You've got to understand what is the lifetime value of a customer. So how else could we, what other kind of industries could we translate this to, just to kind of give you some examples? I work a lot with architects. So for an example, an irresistible offer might be free plans, drawn or something like that, something that typically they charge a few £100s for. But if you knew that if you drew those plans, there's a good chance that they would then re-engage you as part of whatever they call it, principal consultant or development consultant or planning consultant or whatever it is, where you are then involved and providing your professional services throughout the actual build of the extension for which you did the drawings for. So there's a significantly greater chance that someone would use you because they're your drawings, and maybe you make your money on the back end with the other services. It could be getting planning consent if that was required to build an extension. I don't know, whatever it might be, but it's knowing your numbers, knowing the value of the overall opportunity to then be able to take a piece of it and create a very compelling offer around that. Now, I appreciate those of you that work for an organization, sometimes that's harder. If you run your own business, it's easier to start coming up with what a compelling closing offer might be. But you get it right, as I said, it will help you close more sales and engage longer with your prospects. So not only do you make more sales, but you make more sales not just on the front end, but on the back end as well. And that's really the key to success of this. So think about that. Think about how compelling, almost like creating an offer that's a true no-brainer for somebody to come to you. You run a gym, then maybe you offer 6 weeks of tuition for free, knowing that once they've, or instruction or whatever you call it in the fitness space, knowing that after the 6 weeks, when they've seen the result, there's a great chance that they're actually going to continue on that vein, of taking personal instruction from you, and that's where you would make your money. If you run a restaurant, maybe you offer free wine and a free taxi home. Okay. Again, it gets them in. It gives you the opportunity to upsell in the restaurant on the evening, perhaps with more food. But also then, and the key is capturing their details, being able to market to them ongoing, but be able to capture the long tail, as we call it, the kind of the back end value in that relationship, and encouraging them to come back, and then they come back again and bring some friends, and maybe their friends, because it's their first time visit, get the free bottle of wine, so everybody benefits from that. So now they're compelled to invite more of their friends to this restaurant, so they know they're going to get free wine all the time, but it's increasing your overall sales. So I trust, more than 4 minutes, and I know, so forgive me, but usually my 4-minute Fridays do go on a little bit longer. But I hope you can see the value in that, the concept of creating an irresistible closing offer, because it will help you close more business. So that's it. 5, 6, 7-minute Friday with me, Brian Conway. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.